hey, listen. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say, but come on. But come on. Like, don't tell me that you actually have more fun playing Snake's Revenge than playing this. Because we all know that's BS. We all know that's BS. We all know that you'd much rather play this than Snake's Revenge. I hate to say it. I mean, yeah, Snake's Revenge, I'm sure it's great, but like, Snake's Revenge is in fact canon, but I don't think it's as fun to play as Ground Zeroes. But I mean, I can't really speak to that now, can I? I just really needed Snake's Revenge is the very peak of Mount Fuji. Okay, well that's great, but I think Ground Zeroes is the peak of Everest. You know, that's what I think. I think I showed you that tier list that somebody made of all the Metal Gear games, and it was just blasphemous. It was atrocious. They were like they put like MGS5 at like A tier, and they didn't even play Revengeance. They put Survive at trash, which is like, you know, fair, but it's also like Revengeance just wasn't even mentioned. Bro. At this point, we all believe what we want to believe. There are no facts, there are only interpretations. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. Also, can we talk about how, like, Skullface is like a shit character, but his voice actor is so fucking cool? Like, damn, James Horan did an amazing job. I don't know, like, he just came in here and dropped such heat, and then we never hear him talk, like, basically ever again.
She told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long.
I mean, yeah, he's a shit character, but, like, dude, his voice actor,
you earned it.
it's so good. Hold up. Hang on. I'm gonna try this, and this is gonna sound horrible. But, what's that one line that he has where he's like, I think it's in the post-credit scene. Um, he's like, Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years. All we get are orders delivered by proxy. I don't know, like, that line is just so good. Like, the voice actor did such a good job with Skullface.
How's it feel to play the traitor?
Listen to him, man.
No more war games. You're a real man
Now, soldier. Whenever I play Ground Zeroes and watch the cutscenes, I'm just struck by how much potential MGS5 had, and then I get sad because it was totally unfinished. I'm gonna try not to complain too much.
Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
That's always bothered me. There should not be a comma in that sentence. Yeah, Ground Zeroes is infinitely better than people say it is. On my Steam review for Ground Zeroes, I got an award on my review, but it was a Jester award, which I think meant somebody said I was sounding like a clown. Like, people were, like, clowning me for it. But I was like, I don't care. This shit is so underrated and so good. Like, I mean, yeah, and this is the thing, is you're all like, oh, well, if it had the movement and the controls or whatever of the Phantom Pain, it'd be perfect. And I'm like, I don't even really buy that, because if you've never played the Phantom Pain, this game feels so fucking smooth. And the other thing to consider is that the movement in this game is so much more realistic. You know, Snake has weight. He moves like an
10 days
actual
ago,
person.
we got reports that Paz
Things
was
would have
still alive.
peaked if Phantom
She's
Pain hadn't
alive.
done anything.
She was
Yeah,
rescued by a Belizean fisherman who found her drifting in
I
the
agree,
Caribbean.
DJ Faded. Good to
So
see
what's
you.
the plan?
I don't think I've seen you here
Silence her
before,
before
so
we're compromised?
hi there, how's it
No.
going?
I've
Thanks
got
for
something
showing
else
up.
in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil.
I really wish
And
they'd done
U.S.
more
jurisdiction.
with,
The upcoming inspection
I
of
guess,
Mother Base
this
must be connected
era
somehow.
of the world
timing's too
in
perfect.
Metal Gear. Like,
You
I
mentioned
feel
nuclear
like,
inspection.
My guess is they're
like,
trying to corroborate Paz's
I don't know, I wasn't alive for the Cold War, obviously. But when I learn about it, I find it so fascinating, like just the culture and the history surrounding the Cold War is like so interesting to me.
She knows the true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If
Delta's-
she's still alive, we need her on our side.
Delta Snake's Revenge is over. What are you talking about? I feel like I had a seizure trying to read that. What do you mean by that? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like seeing more of the world during this era in the 70s would have been really cool. And I really like how they took this to Cuba. I love the setting of Ground Zero so much. And I love how America is kind of the enemy in this scenario. I mean, obviously, I'm an American, so I can't be like, you know. It's a little weird to be like, oh, it's so cool that America's the enemy in this game, but it's also like, I don't know, you get the perspective of people who, you know, were alive during the Cold War, and you get the perspective of people who were, you know, legitimately harmed by U.S. involvement in the Cold War. I don't know. I'm trying not to add too much political commentary to this, but I find the Cold War fascinating. I find history fascinating, and I really like how I really like what they did in the era of the era that this game specifically is set in. So there's 4 helicopters. Skullface is in one of them. We know he doesn't take part in the attack himself.
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
This would have made so much more sense if it was included in Phantom Pain as an extra mission or as a story mission. It would have made so much more sense. I mean, you know, chronologically, it's not really a big deal, but like, if you never played Peace Walker, then you have no idea what's going on when you start Phantom Pain, or when you start Ground Zeroes for that. And I feel like it's
chopper from across the Cuban border. You should be back at Mother Base in time for lunch.
it's a lot more interesting, at least in my opinion.
The only catch is you go in solo. The politically sensitive nature
Miller,
of the
shut up,
mission means
jeez, I'm
backup
trying to talk.
is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then.
This is where all of the budget for Kiefer Sutherland went, by the way. He speaks like 5 to 7 lines in this game, and then 2 in the Phantom Pain, and then that's it. Anyway, but what I was saying was, what was I saying? Fuck. If you don't play the Phantom Pain,
In front of the prison camp.
or I mean, if you do play the Phantom Pain and then you go to Ground Zeroes, I feel like it's more interesting from a narrative perspective to be like, you know, waking up from a coma with absolutely no context as to how you got there, and then going back and playing Ground Zeroes.
Kept you waiting, huh?
I love how he throws off the thermal goggles, but yet I can still use them when I start the game. This is so fucking hard, bro. Come on. Look at this shit right here. This is such a fucking dope-ass, like, scene. That looks so fucking sick, dude. Oh my god. Me when I infiltrate Guantanamo Bay.
Chico and Paz are being held in an old unused part of the compound. Get inside and head northeast.
So, well, that's gonna bother me.
This is an infiltration.
It keeps making the, I wonder if it's in control settings. I think it's in here. Controller speaker. Turn that shit off. That's so annoying.
You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right.
I am gonna, like,
if you do that
be
holding
so
the dash
slow.
button, you'll move faster.
I am gonna try to do, you know, no alerts and no kills and shit. But at the same time, I am on a controller, so my aim's garbage.
Press the call button to get more intel.
Yeah, the underuse of the Fox engine is an actual crime. Like legitimate, like, what the fuck? That's not even the right guy who's looking at me. Oh my god. Fuck. I'm so bad with the controller, dude. I'm not gonna worry about those guys. Jesus Christ.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
Spent way too much ammo there. Yeah, I'm really upset that they didn't use the Fox engine more. Because, I mean, you know, they used it for Survive, but that's not a Kojima. You know, nobody cares about that.
Now head east to the old prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid.
I will always just be amazed by how
Contact me if you need advice.
just awesome this game was to play the first time I played it. And MGS5 is it was just, like, I remember the first time I played the Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes for that matter, and I was just like, oh my god, this is the greatest gaming experience I've ever had in my life. And I mean, you know, after a certain point, you know, that wears off.
Bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
Ah, shit. Yeah, but, yeah, no, the first time I played the Phantom Pain and the first time I played Ground Zeroes, it was amazing. It was actually, like, I was just anticipating it so much, I think, was basically the reason why I was so infatuated with it.
Mission info has been updated.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
Oh. We adapt, we get better. I should turn off reflex mode. Can I keep hitting the wrong buttons when I want to do stuff? Settings, reflex mode off. No chicken hat like in the other one. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm good.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
I actually just cannot stand playing on a controller. Like, for Metal Gear, I can't because I am now used to playing on a keyboard and mouse, but
Now head east to the old prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid.
wow, it's like the easiest shot of all time.
You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight. Contact me if you need advice.
So,
Eyes open, boss.
I knew that was gonna happen. I remember playing Phantom Pain the first time, being amazed how in-depth it was. After that, I went to Ghost Recon Wildlands and missed playing MGS5. Yeah. It's, for all of its flaws, I cannot do anything, I cannot say anything bad about the stealth in these games. I really can't, because, and I really feel that Ground Zeroes is genuinely one of the greatest stealth games ever made, and I don't afford.
You'll move faster. Those tranquilizer rounds are only good for putting your target to sleep. They won't help you break anything.
Can you stop fucking... Okay, well, I spent a couple more bullets than I wanted to, but...
To climb an obstacle, press the action button. Now head east to the old prison area.
Yeah, but it's... The stealth in these games is literally nothing short of just complete excellence. And I said that in my reviews for both of these games. I said I literally cannot do anything but praise them, because, at least in a single-player aspect, because they are legitimately just that good. And the Phantom Pain, like I said, I don't afford the Phantom Pain that same level of praise, simply because the open world is kind of detrimental to the overall experience, which sounds weird, because you'd think, oh, but the open world is like so innovative for a stealth game. I'm like, not really. I'm not saying that it's not like a new concept, but what I'm saying is it's like, it's not really it's just not a good idea in a stealth, is all I'm trying to say here. And that is, I guess, kind of a tough pill for some people to swallow, but I think that it's funny, because MGS5, you know, Ground Zeroes is, personally, the most underrated. Miller, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Ground Zeroes, in my opinion, is the most underrated stealth game of all time. And the Phantom Pain is, in my opinion, the most overrated stealth game. Oh my god, I hate using a controller. I'm gonna crash out. Fuck! Stop moving, god damn! I hate using a controller to aim. It genuinely pisses me off so bad. So you just cannot place your cursor where you want it to go. It's always like you have to fucking wiggle your shit. You have to wiggle the joystick so much to get it to go to the area that you want it to go to.
Okay, now carry Chico there.
Steel, I'm gonna use your strategy and go over here. Although, wait a minute, did you rescue Paz first, or did you rescue Chico? This is dumb. I'm probably gonna get spotted. I'm used to playing on a keyboard and mouse, and on keyboard and mouse I can just aim so much quicker. You are right though. Like, yeah, it's like, bro, easiest shot of all time. Why can I not hit him? Good lord. And now I have one bullet left. I want to just get like a wireless keyboard and mouse. Can I do that on a PlayStation? Does that work? Let me know. Anybody that uses a PS5, can I connect a keyboard and mouse to this? Please say yes. Please tell me that I can do that. My method's gonna be a little unconventional. In order to get... Oh, there's guards all over there. Okay, well... I don't need to go right in front of them. Keyboard and mouse. I mean, there's definitely keyboard and mouse support for MGS5. Like, I've done it before. But are you talking about... It's not the sensitivity, it's I have to use a dinky-ass fucking joystick to aim when I'm used to the superior... Oh, I guess that would make sense. Fuck, that bothers me so much. Oh my lord. Like, I cannot play Metal Gear without a keyboard and mouse anymore. I just can't do it. Like, it's such a nitpick, but I can't do it. Snake, come on, bro, go forward. Yeah, you can... Is it, like, really, really bad lag? Because I'm not trying to use... I'm not trying to use this... Son of a bitch. I'm not trying to use it for anything competitive, but it's like... I just need to be able to use a mouse to control my cursor. I cannot deal with, you know, a joystick. I just can't do it.
Mission info has been updated.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon.
I really want to,
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left.
This
or
is such a
right.
conundrum.
If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
Oh, come on.
You see the choppers? Who are they with?
It's me, man. Ray,
Okay.
Those ain't no joggers first. I can tell you that.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
I just get so frustrated by keyboard control, or by joysticks. I'm so used to keyboard and mouse that I just can't really use anything else.
You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid. Contact me if you need advice.
It's such a minor gripe, but it's like, it's kind of like an OCD thing in a way. Oh, for fuck, you see what I mean? Oh, this is so frustrating. Like, oh, God. I just want to shoot the guy in the face, bro. You know, people don't count Delta as a remake. It's just because there were unfair standards. What do you mean by that? They don't count it as a remake? Why wouldn't they? I mean, that's exactly what it is.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area.
Just not being able to move my cursor, like, with my whole hand is very, very frustrating.
Mission info has been updated.
Why would people not count Delta as a remake? I mean, that's exactly what it is. I don't know of anybody who has ever said that it's not a remake. I've never heard anybody say that, to be honest.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster. To climb an obstacle, press the action button. There's a guard up there. If you're going to eliminate him, use a gun. Now,
Of course. We might be here a while.
Mission info has been updated.
this is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
I really wish you could disable Miller's dialogue, like during
There's a guard up there.
multiple
If you're going to eliminate
playthroughs
him,
of this.
use a gun. Now head east to the old prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid. Contact me if you need advice.
Yeah, the only downside to this right now is just the unrelenting laboriousness of having to
You should
move.
move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
It's easier to not go in first-person views. Yeah, I mean sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It just kind of depends on the situation, I guess.
That guard's in the way. You'll either have to go around or deal with him.
Wow, it lied to me.
CQC is effective for dealing with nearby enemies.
Oh, come on! From that range? I was behind a fucking wall. Should you delete MGS5? If it's the Phantom Pain, yes. Oh my god, if I was on a keyboard and mouse right now, bro. It's weird, like, I'm adjusting better than I thought I would to being on controller again, but
This is an infiltrate.
it's not perfect either. I don't know, man. I might just grab a...
Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. If you
I
ready your
need
weapon
some more
while crawling,
intel
you can
about
move
how
horizontally
this,
left or right.
you know,
If you do that
keyboard and
holding the dash
mouse
button,
with a
you'll move
PlayStation
faster.
works. Is the lag, like, really, really noticeably bad, or is it just, like, slightly, you know... Because if it's not, like, you know, major delay, I can deal with it. Like, I just need to be able to
There's a guard up
use...
there. If you're going to eliminate him, prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid. Contact me if you need advice.
I haven't been playing FOBs in a minute, but I've heard that they are, like, incredibly dead. Which, I'm not really surprised, what with, you know, Delta releasing and everything. But it's also...
You okay?
You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
CP, this is Delta 2. I spotted someone suspicious. Requesting a unit to check it out. Over. This is CP. Understood. Sending someone to investigate. Keep your eyes peeled for further activity. Out.
On PS5, you find players often. Yeah. So I've heard that PS5 is somewhat more active than PC, but I don't know. I mean, I'm also inclined to believe that it's mostly the same people that play on PS5, and it's usually not.
That's the old prison area.
It's usually kind of like the same people over and over. But I've also heard that there's just genuinely quite a few people playing. I don't know. See, this is what sucks. I can't lead my shots on a controller. That totally hits me, by the way. Yeah, a wireless keyboard and mouse sounds really lovely right about now, I can't lie.
Chico.
Because it is just so...
Mission info has been
I've marked the
updated.
RV on your map. Okay, now carry
To find new
Chico
players
there.
on PC, you just have to be high level to find somebody. Yeah. PS5 has quite a few more players than PC. Well, actually, that's not true. I do believe that PC has more players than PS5, but the players that you do find on PC are usually really not good at the game, unfortunately.
First in the ocean.
I'm really just worried about that
The
guy.
RV's just a little further.
Yeah, MGS5 is a...
Great. You reached the RV. Put the target down for a minute. How's he doing?
MGS5 is it's a smooth game, it's a smooth experience. I mean, in some areas it's
Chico, where is Paz?
not as smooth, but... I wonder where she could be. I don't know.
She's dead.
That's crazy, bro. Like, having your mixtape on while you're torturing somebody is, like,
She's dead.
genuinely villain activity. PS5 has a wider audience, and I think it has the same or more players than MGS5. Most games PC takes the top spot on the older games consoles really better. Yeah, I can see that. I think you've certainly there's definitely some truth to that. All I'm really trying to say is that I think I had a point that I was trying to make and I literally don't remember. I don't remember what it is now. I think the only good thing about MGS5 aside from the stealth is trying to unlock the Raiden skin as rank on all missions. Yeah, the completionist aspect of 5 is kind of nice. At least in the sense that they give you an actual, like... they gave you an actual measurement of your progress. But what I will say about FOBs is that aside from the PvP and just awful community surrounding that. I think that it's honestly one of the most fun online experiences I've ever had. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the people that play it. It has nothing to do with the people that play FOBs, and it has everything to do with the ways that FOBs are actually constructed, the way the game mode works. That's what I love more than anything. That's what I find to be... Oh, fuck this game, bro. I was standing... I can't do this without a fucking mouse!
Snake!
Oh, damn it, this is so frustrating. I just can't... I can't hit the guy. I can't move my mouse where... I can't move my cursor where I want to. I'm literally... Like... I'm gonna look this up. To stop going onto wiki pages. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have you know, I've gotten good, okay? I'm quite good at these games. I promise you it's the control scheme. Yeah, I'm just not really used to using a controller. Just aiming with a joystick is just not something that I'm used to. I mean, I've used controllers before, of course, but like specifically for shooting games, it's like games with guns and stuff, like, you know, you can use,
To climb an obstacle, press the action
you
button.
can use, well, firing a steel shot. I mean,
There's a guard up there. If you're going to
the only
eliminate him,
problem
use
is
a gun.
that this is the hard difficulty, so their sight lines are significantly larger, and
Now head east to the old
they
prison
notice
area.
you a lot more
You can bring
easily.
up the target's location on your iDroid.
I mean, I guess they're...
Contact me if you need advice.
I wonder if there is a way that I can do that. To just not shoot people. Go around the long ways, yeah. The problem is there's that guy over there. I don't know if he's gonna see me.
That guard's in the way. You'll either have to go around or deal with him. CQC is effective for dealing with nearby enemies.
Lie down.
Wait a minute, can't you go, like, around the back or something like that? Doesn't that work?
That's the old prison area. The targets are there. Boss, we've been in touch with Amanda. We had her listen to Chico's call for help. She agrees with us. She said, I know my brother and I know when he's lying. She also had
Just
a
gonna
message
leave
for
him
you.
like that on the ground? I mean, why not?
Worst. Sounded a little too cheerful to me.
That doesn't work. Won't he snitch? Not unless somebody finds him, which hopefully they won't. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, this works. Probably.
Keep low. You can check the controls on the pause screen.
Quiet. Hey, did you see those guys' unit patch? Yeah, box facing right? That's it. No, look just like.
CP, this is 07. Threat detected. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down.
I don't know, he might have said it, he might have said that because I went around. Is this guy gonna make up his mind?
Eyes open, boss.
I was going for a speed run, this would not be the way to do it.
Get down.
I don't know, man. So he's on the other side, so he probably won't see me.
Mission info has been
I marked
updated.
the RV on your map. Okay, now carry Chico there.
Hopefully I can get... I'm not gonna be getting that tank. How do I want to, like...
Once you don't end up head first in the ocean.
That works too. Fucking walk right past people, I
The
guess.
RV's just a little further.
Please select landing zone confirmed.
I was so, like, used to playing Delta and not being able to sprint that I
CRV. Put the target down for a minute. How's he doing?
I forgot to press the L3 or whatever it is to sprint.
CP, this is Delta 3. We may have an intruder. Calling on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
I mean, the bad news is they're definitely going to see the helicopter.
This is Morpho. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Can I zoom in, maybe? That's a really dumb.
This is Morpho. On station at LZ.
Yeah, Delta not having a sprint is like the dumbest thing of all time. This is interesting. I've not heard these voice lines from the guards before.
Chico left the tape on record while he was being moved. Try using what you hear to find Paz. If you're still not sure, listen to the tape again.
I guess I'm definitely doing that, no shots fired. Shake their asses commentary. They had so much more personality in the original, you know? Snake is so goddamn slow when he crawls, dude. Genuinely painful, bro. Oh my lord. Now, okay, that guy's turned around. Oh shit, there's that other dude over there. I'll turn off the goggles just for you, bro.
Get down.
It's cheese time. This is the method, guys. Wait a minute, can I give you a better angle? How's that? I don't know. There's the not position the camera with. Who's
The surveillance
I'm
camera.
not gonna finish that sentence. I always thought going in the back of a truck felt so surreal. Yeah, it is kind of weird, you know. It's not something that you're at all used to seeing in this series, is it? Whoa, what? That's actually really interesting. Wait a minute, I swear on PC, there isn't a cutscene. I swear to you that it's literally just like he just says open the front gate.
That's the admin building. Watch your corners.
I've never seen that. I swear that that's not something that's on the PC version. I would bet money on it. I honestly would. I am probably going to be, like, shooting people because I just genuinely, like... If it's, like, an easy-ass shot... That knocked him out.
You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
I don't trust this guy. Go to sleep. Fuck this game. Genuinely, are we serious right now? Maybe I did jump out after a certain point, I don't really know.
Now let's find Paz. If she's dead, we need to see the body to be sure. Boss, any clue where she might be?
The truck is just gone, that's interesting.
Watch your corners. You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
I don't care. I'll go to a checkpoint. I don't really care. Can I CQC this guy? Is he close enough? You totally should have seen me there, but whatever. There's another guy over here. I want to... Yes! I always found that so goofy, how he, like, picks the ass up and throws him like that. It's so silly to a point. Also, can we talk about how the CQC in Delta is ass? It just looks fucking stupid. Oh, I hit that guy? Oh shit, okay. Wow. The sound effect is like muted, that's really weird. From a certain distance, I can't really hear the sound effect of the train. The first thing you ever played was MGO3 on PS3? That's interesting. Yeah, I also started Rising. I played Rising in maybe 2020. And then in, I want to say, 2022 is when I started, maybe I started playing Rising in 21, and then I started playing the actual Metal Gear games like MGS1. I started playing those in probably 23. Wow. The fucking sound effect is muted. That's really obnoxious. I do not like that at all. Yeah, I know. Once again, I blame the controller. I'm not saying it's not my fault, it's just like, I'm not used to this.
Hit me all you want.
Wow, that worked? I really did not expect that to work. I think there might be smoke grenades in here. Pistol. I should probably just stop dicking around. Ooh, a shotgun. Yeah, there aren't any smoke grenades. We started the Phantom Pain after MGS 1, 2, and 3. I guess it's a... Yeah, that's a bit of an interesting order to do things in, but, why did I do that? I really didn't need to do that at all, did I?
Eat me all you want.
Yeah, that's... Oh, for fuck's sake. I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. I don't even really care. Normally, I wouldn't use checkpoints, but I do not give a shit, man. Yeah, the Phantom Pain is a shit game. Like, let's be so for real, guys. It's fun for the first, like, 50 hours, and then, like, after the fact, you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Lie down.
Oh, you fucking bastard! The guards are so much less stupid in this game. There we go. No, I'm not this peaceful. Yeah, MGS4 is in a really unfortunate state. Like, it's basically completely... It's basically completely, locked to the purgatory of the PS3. I mean, there are ways to get around it, but, you know, there are other ways that you can learn about. Is that cam gonna see me? Oh, yes, it will. Peace Walker is a great game. 5 is an ass game. I mean, you don't have to skip the Phantom Pain. It's worth playing, but it's just after a certain point you'll realize what we're talking about. You'll get it. You'll realize that it's just like it's just not great. Yeah, I didn't love. I love the Phantom Plane. Oh god, I love the Phantom Plane. Shit. I loved the Phantom Pain when I played it initially, but the more I played it, the less I liked it. Basically, is the best way I can really kind of talk about it. It's a fun game, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt because it's just not a...
Stay away.
What's the fucking point? What's the point of that when you can't move your damn cursor fast enough? The Phantom Planes when I missed my flight. Yeah, the missions are really repetitive. The gameplay is, yeah, I would argue the gameplay is still very, very good. And here's my controversial opinion. The Phantom Pain was really highly scored and reviewed by critics because good games were not a thing in 2015. And maybe that's controversial, I don't really know. But the way I see it, games in 2015 were just meh across the board. And Metal Gear at that point was very much, I don't know. It wasn't dead, but it hadn't been in the public consciousness for quite a while. And, you know, this was sort of the revival. This was the next greatest thing, of course.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
And so, of course, when you get to this game after, you know, 6-7 years of absence, you're like, oh wow, this is amazing. And I think that the critics at the same time were just, yeah, they did not really have great games to compare it to. I think if the Phantom Pain had come out in, like, I don't know, the 2020s, you would see a lot more criticism of it. You would still see a lot of praise, but you would still see criticism for it, because people would be like, okay, well, now we have a more nuanced opinion because the games that are coming out now, I don't know, maybe, well, actually, no, maybe if it had come out sooner, if MGS5 had come out sooner, if both games had come out earlier, now we're talking specifically about the Phantom. Yeah, I do agree that a linear world design might have been a really good idea for the Phantom Pain, but consider the fact that Ground Zeroes is technically an open world game, and
This is Marco. On station at LZ.
what does this do? I'm holding down the sprint button. What does this do?
Put the target on the chopper.
You're kidding, right? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, the main problem with the Phantom Pain is Konami. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Konami definitely had an impact on that game ending up the way it did. But it wasn't all them. Arkham Knight, Witcher 3, Dying Light, Bloodborne all came out in 2015. All were great games. Well, but what I'm saying is like, did we have... you know what? I'll take that. I will take an A rank. I thought I was going to get a much worse score. I don't really care. Yeah, don't ignore the fact that Kojima had an impact on the game ending up the way that it did. But yeah, no, I definitely think, I don't know that it's fair to blame one party more than the other. I guess you could probably say Konami was more to blame, but I don't know. You could really go both ways on that. MGS6 should not be a thing, by the way. It shouldn't. Not at all. No. This is my hot take about, and it's not gonna show because this is a spoiler, which is really dumb. Yeah, definitely play Peace Walker. Peace Walker is really, really great, and there is an active well, I mean, you might have to go looking for it, but people play the co-op of Peace Walker. Why? This is like a 30-year-old game. Why did they block this cutscene? That's so dumb. Like, it literally won't let me show it because it's a blocked scene, which is so fucking dumb.
Cyber's been in hiding ever since its grand experiment. No one's seen him in years.
No, dude, this is the thing, is Metal Gear needs to die. They need to just stop with this series. They need to stop making games in the series. Because Kojima's gone, it's been it's been 10 years since the last mainline entry, and it's been, what, 8 or 9 since the last official new Metal Gear game. I say new because Delta isn't quote unquote new, it's a remake. It's been 8 years since the last new Metal Gear game, and 10 years since the last mainline Metal Gear game, and Ground Zeroes came out in 2014, 11 years since the last good Metal Gear game. The Phantom Pain and Survive don't count as... Can I make it so that it doesn't do that? Because I don't want it to stop showing my screen randomly. That's really annoying. As someone that wasn't 3 when the Phantom Pain... You were 3 or you weren't 3 when it came out? Because I was 9 when the Phantom Pain came out. At that point, I was much more concerned with Minecraft than I was with anything else. My thoughts about the remake, I really did like it. I don't... Well, okay. My feelings are mixed. I liked it. I had fun with it, but it's $80 and it has significant problems that you cannot ignore. The performance is bad, at least on PC. The performance isn't good. That's not good to do. No, it's literally not worth buying for full price. Like, not at all, dude. Like, don't. Just don't. I have mixed feelings about it because it's just, yeah, there's some good aspects to it for sure, but most of it is just kind of, I don't know. I just don't love how they put, I find it to be really inconsistent. Yeah, the MGS3 is still holds up extremely well. Delta didn't meet my expectations, but Fox Hunt maybe would make it better. I've been fiending for Fox Hunt because I do not want to play FOBs. I don't want to play MGO. I really, 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 really want to play Fox Hunt. Even if it's going to be complete ass, I don't really care. I really just want to play it. I want to try something new. And this is the thing that sucks, is I'm just so sick and tired of playing the single-player games. Like, I'm just tired of it because I feel like I get to a point where I just have nothing else to do.
We got a request for extract.
And again, I've played all of these games multiple times.
Got a visual? Negative. No sign of it. Are we too late? If he's caught, he can drag us all down with him. Carefully. Watch out. Come in. Incoming comms from the target. Patch him through.
Yeah, the remake is fine, but it's not worth the price. And you really honestly should just play the original because it's a little clunky, I will admit, by modern standards, but it's absolutely worth playing. And just in general, like, it's a little weird because, yeah, you absolutely can have fun with Delta, but only new players. Only newer players are really going to, you know, find Delta to be really, really fun. Everybody who's played Metal Gear before and who's played Metal Gear for a long time is they all think it's just mid.
Not bad. Take out those hostiles.
Mission info has been updated.
I apologize, I'm not really keeping up with the chat. I'm literally just gonna pause the game so I can read the chat. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I don't want them to mess with the story. I don't want them. Where else are they meant to go here? What else are they supposed to do here? Like, what is the unknown territory that they're supposed to tread here in terms of lore? Like, we've gone from the 60s to, 2009 in terms of the game's story. I believe that 4 goes all the way up to like 2011 or something like that. Or isn't it? And I mean, me personally, I consider Revengeance to be canon. So in theory, we go all the way up to 2014? I don't know.
Touchdown is a no-go. Rendezvous at the helipad. Can you make it to the helipad?
Yeah.
Request escort. Boss, cover the friendly vehicle.
MGS6 should not exist, and anybody who thinks that it should, I heavily disagree with you. I understand that it comes from a place of, like, you just genuinely want a new experience, you want something fun, but we cannot trust Konami. I hate to say it, but the fact that, Delta was not a slam dunk for them, which it really should have been. The fact that Delta had the flaws that it had is a fucking.
Boss.
The fact that it had the issues that it had is really just a sign that Konami they can't be trusted with making more Metal Gear games, because that all they're going to do is just try to pump more money out of it. It's actually kind of amazing because Fox Hunt is not going to have microtransactions, and they say this on their website, which is amazing to me because I really thought they would, but they didn't do that, and so I guess that is kind of nice. But at the same time, I gotta say, like, for me, it's not about the money. It's about, is the game good? If you want to put microtransactions in your game, you know what? Like, whatever. That's your prerogative. But if you're going to put microtransactions in a game and it sucks, now we have an issue. If the game is good, you can ignore the microtransactions. You can just be like, whatever, I'm not going to pay for that, and still enjoy the game, as long as microtransactions don't, like, completely break the balance. But if the game sucks and they have microtransactions, different story. I might be a chef. Some ideas, riding, training in VR, Boston World War II, Venom Snakes, mind manipulation stuff. I mean, the boss in World War II would be kind of cool to see. People have always wanted a game about the Cobras. I would support that.
Mission info has been updated.
This is an infiltration.
I don't hate those ideas, but I also think that it's just kind of I hate to say it, but it's just not a good idea. It's just not. I don't trust Konami at all to do anything good with this series.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
So that's why I'm not really enthusiastic about the idea of an MGS6, because I just don't trust them to make the game good, is all I'm trying to say.
Now head east to the old prison area. You can bring Bring up the target's location on your iDroid.
I really do wish that I could be more supportive of the idea of an MGS6, but
That range just won't let up.
you know, for all of the issues that I have with Hideo Kojima, he's the best to ever do it with this series. Nobody can do it like he can with Metal Gear. They can't.
Move the bodies of enemies somewhere.
I think both sides of this concept.
Taking fire. Can't see where he's shooting from. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
I don't know, to make a really, like, full, comprehensive Metal Gear game that was completely original and satisfying to fans and veterans, like new fans and veteran fans, it's a really difficult, it's just difficult to do that. And I think what you're gonna run into...
That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
What you're gonna run into is just
You can check the controls
disappointment, I think. Wow. I think you're just gonna run into disappointment if we really want an MGS6. I just don't think it's gonna be a good idea.
Standing down here. No hostile spotted. Over. This is CP. Understood. All fire teams, return to your posts. Out.
XOF.
Yeah, a Gray Fox game's not a bad idea. I actually quite like that. Oh, sorry about this. I probably should have given you a warning about the fucking flashing lights and shit. I think, Big Boss, I think you've got some nice ideas, but we're not trying, we're honestly not trying to, like, you know, gang you here. It's just... For the veteran players, you know, we're just unconvinced that Konami would be able to make a Metal Gear game that was good and that lived up to expectations.
Okay, now carry Chico there.
I wish we could be more supportive, but, you know, like I'm saying, it's... In a sense, we are old-ass people who are...
You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. His life is in your hands.
Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way.
There's no need to get frustrated and upset, guys. Like, we're just having a conversation here. I understand both sides of what we're trying to say, and if we can't be nice about this, I think we might want to drop that conversation.
Great. You reached the RV.
If you don't like what somebody's saying, you don't need to respond to them. And if you do want to challenge or argue, that's welcome, as long as we're not going to make an issue out of it. So I appreciate the dialogue that we're having, but let's keep it a dialogue. Let's not get too spicy about this.
This is Morpho, arriving shortly at LZ.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the ideas, and we all have different perspectives. Some of us want one thing, some of us want another.
Put the target on the chopper.
Don't need to be.
Chico's tape. Think it could give us a clue to Paz's location. Use your iDroid to listen to it.
Let's have a dial.
Chico left the tape on record while he was being moved. Try using what you hear to find Paz. If you're still not sure, listen to the tape again.
I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, but I just want to make sure that we're not going to be getting too testy about this. I think that the ideas that we have are not bad, and maybe we disagree, but it's fine to disagree, but I just don't want this to get to be a, we're throwing around some accusations and we're saying some things that I think aren't completely fair. So, not trying to make an issue out of things, but just rather we keep things peaceful.
Under attack!
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but you know, this is the kind of thing that is unfortunately all too common in the Metal Gear community for whatever reason, where people have ideas and people want to do things their way, and criticism is not taken very well by any party, which is unfortunate. But I appreciate the people who are being calm about this.
You're way too exposed there. Find some cover and stick to it.
Miller, don't tell me what to do. It'd be cool if MGS made crossovers with other stealth games. Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, I had seen something that... Can I hit you in the head? Thank you. I had seen something where Delta is going to be collaborating with Delta Force, I think? Maybe? I don't know. The other guy did that. I do hope I didn't make too many enemies with that, but I do appreciate those guys. Yeah, I think both sides of that conversation went a little too far there. Again, there's nothing wrong with just like disagreeing, but if you're gonna start telling people, oh, if you're gonna start making a real issue out of it, it's like, and it's like, is it really worth it to get butthurt about stuff like this? Like, it's just a game, you know, we're just trying to have fun here. Maybe I should mess with the sensitivity. You know, he might have been honest. Did I say that? I don't think I was super critical. I apologize if I was. I didn't mean it. I don't know if that'll do me very much good. I don't know if maybe I might have stopped watching, but I don't. You know what? At this point, I don't really know who said what. And I mean, I don't really want to get too deep into the niceties of who said what. People make mistakes, and people say things that are not always fair. Why is this? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody did go on. Okay, well, I mean... both parties, I think, said some things that were... Ow. Fuck. Did their weapons just get, like, significantly stronger, or am I crazy?
Now let's find Paz. If she's dead, we need to see the body to be sure. Boss,
Well, that's
any clue
convenient.
where
It
she might
restarts
be?
me from before I killed that dude. Anyway, I mean, yeah, like, wanting an MGS 6 is, you know, I don't agree with that, but, you know, if you want to throw around ideas, maybe we could see something that was not that bad, but, you know, if...
All fire teams, this is CP. Our satellite has gone out.
Yeah, I mean, there were things that were said by both sides that didn't need to be said. You know, maybe one person instigated it and the other person got defensive. But all I'm saying is, the way I see it, I really wish there was a better ability by... And I'm not talking about anybody in this scenario. I'm saying, in general, I really wish humans were better at not, you know, intentionally pissing each other off. Number one. Like, saying things that they know are going to be inflammatory. Like, and number two, not responding
Now let's find Paz.
in a really, you know, not, you know, being able to take criticism and even look at negativity and just say, hey man, like, you know, people are gonna be jerks, and sometimes you just gotta, you know, ignore the people like that. You just gotta ignore the haters, and, you know, you can move on, you know. It's not a, but I don't want to preach. I don't want to, because at this point, all I'm gonna do. At this point, all I'm gonna do is frustrate people more. So I will be ending this conversation if that is something that we can do, which I think we should be doing. What?
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any
How
other
did I
gun.
miss all of those shots?
Be careful.
Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
I understand the situation. I took action because I didn't like where it was going, and at this point, I want to move on from that. If people want to talk to me personally about that, we could set that up, but I don't want to make it an issue for the stream. If anything, I want to complain about my keyboard and mouse woes. That's what I want to do. I want to complain about that much.
Now let's find Paz. If she's dead, we need to see the body to be sure. Boss, any clue where she might be?
Oh, that's lovely. It's storming outside. Can we... There we go. Lord.
All fire teams, this is CP. We've lost the security camp. There's
Yeah, I think that the next thing they should do with Metal Gear is to just leave it alone, to be honest. And the reason I think that is because everybody's going to want something different. Veteran players are going to want different. They're going to want something different from new players. New players are going to want things differently from veterans, and Konami is going to have their own prerogatives, which is not going to match up with what anybody wants. Let's be real. They're not going to give two shits about what the players want. So, you know, the way I see it, and again, Kojima's not a part of the game anymore. He's not a part of the series, and he was the brains behind that. You've made your point. I see what you're saying. Let's table the conversation going forward. This will be the last time I say it. But yeah, the games that we have, again, and I've said this a lot. I think I've said it on stream, probably. I'm sure I have, to be honest. Where I've been like, they should port the old games, make the ports good, and then, from there, just let it live, just let it be. You know, I'm not even asking... I'm not asking for anything like, you know, shutting down servers or anything crazy like that. Like, I mean... realistically, we should try to keep the series in the state that it's in. We should try to give people as objective and as clean of a perspective as we can give them, but we also should not sacrifice the integrity of the series to do something new and try to be different. Yeah, there's been so little conversation about the old games that it's like what the fuck? Like, all they're gonna do, they just released the Master Collection, and now they're just like, alright, bye, whatever, see you later. Like, they just don't care.
You've got to stay out of sight.
And it's really depressing.
Use binoculars to recon the area. If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding
I guess if they want to promote MGS5, that's their decision. I mean, that's not the game I would promote, but...
Those new guys.
They drop the ball in their older games by remaking it so they can be relevant. And that's the thing that's so dumb, is it's like, you don't need to remake shit. They must be working on something huge, not Delta. What they're probably doing is they're probably trying to figure out how the hell they can get MGS4 on the modern platforms, which, I mean, is... And at the end of the day, like, I just have zero faith in game developers to just do anything right, objectively. Like, I have zero faith in game devs to do anything right, because none of them have the vision that Kojima had. Nobody wants to... That's really dumb. Nobody's able to do things like he is, and that's really disappointing, but it's telling, and it makes a big difference. The fact that he's not behind things anymore. And I'm not trying to glaze him. Honestly, I don't love the guy, to be honest. Like, I certainly blame him in a large way for the failure of 5, but
you'll find the targets there.
At the same time, I can't deny that, yes, the series was better with him in it, of course. Wait a minute, I don't even need to kill this guy.
To climb an obstacle, Press the action button.
They really do need to put 4 on modern platforms.
There's a guard up there. If you're going to eliminate him, use a gun.
Because 4, I emulated 4, and it was honestly really good in terms of gameplay, but I felt like I couldn't get an authentic experience because I wasn't playing it on the PS3. You know what I mean?
Contact me if you need advice. That rain just won't let up. It'll help you stay out of sight, but watch you don't get hyper. You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
They did this stuff with the mind of the group. The other people second in line of the unit are pretty good, but dude, they did this stuff with the mind of the group. They're familiar with everything. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, they're not the... they were not familiar with the original... I mean, I'm assuming a lot of the talent that worked on Delta probably wasn't even alive when... Or at least, they probably weren't very old when 3 initially came out in 2004.
You'll either have to go around.
Wow. Phantom Pain would have been way better if they hadn't cut the 3rd act, yeah. And it just kind of sucks because it's sort of like a black sheep of the series in a sense. I mean, you can... there's definitely going to be people that say, like, oh, Portable Ops is the black sheep, or... I don't know, I really do think that 5 is probably the odd one out of the mainline Metal Gear Solid games. Yeah, no, like, it's really difficult to look at the production of... It's really difficult to look at the production of 5 and be like, no, Konami was not... You know, it wasn't okay for them to fire him and crash out about it. Maybe they shouldn't have fired him. They definitely should have, like, really ripped him a new one. But, you know, it's just crazy because they sacrificed such a massive asset for what was, to be honest, really not that big of a deal. Well, okay. I take that back, because I'm not really aware of the... I'm not a suit at Konami. I don't know what they liked about that and what they did. But what I can tell you is that them crippling and basically completely sacrificing any chance... Who the hell heard that?
This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
CQC. You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. His life is in your hands.
This is a really weird game. It's just kind of odd. I didn't really love the way that looked.
That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
I genuinely think that FOBs are... like, oh my god, the amount of just disappointment that I feel whenever I think about FOBs is so immense. Because I'm like, you have such a good thing here. I mean, if you've ever played FOBs, it's so fun. Like, unironically, like, you know... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's honestly so damn good, but... they just, oh my god, there's bugs, there's cheaters, at least on PC there's a ton of cheaters, there's bugs, there's glitches, and then, like, you know, the meta is just completely broken. Like, there's so much shit that's wrong with
This
FOBs.
is an infiltration mission.
But the concept itself is so good.
Use your binoculars
And
to
that's
recon
what
the
kills
area.
me the most, is that it's so damn good. Yeah, it wasn't supported for long. And you know what's really tragic? Is the way that, you know, yeah, you're right. Like, FOBs were meant to be a social experiment. You know? It was meant to be like a, you know, can we make villains and can we make heroes? Because he's like, you know, he puts nukes in the game. That's a significant aspect of FOBs.
The old prison area. You can
And
the target's location on your iDroid. Contact me if you need advice.
you know, nuclear disarmament was meant to be part of
It'll help you stay
the
watch you don't get hypothermia.
nuclear disarmament was meant to be a major part of the game, and it was meant to be a major part of the mode itself, and it was supposed to be a social experiment. And then Konami just said, nope, we're gonna fuck up the balance, and we're not gonna, you know...
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right.
The game felt like what it was supposed to be when back when it came out.
You'll either have to go around or deal with him. CQC is effective for dealing with nearby enemies. You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
I think FOBs are the greatest tragedy I've ever seen in terms of online gaming.
The old prison area.
Because,
keep low. You can
like, the amount of potential... The amount of potential there is absurd. And the amount of generational fun and quality is insane. And they just squandered it so hard. Like, the Phantom Pain was meant to be genuinely the greatest game of all time. And Konami just decided, no, we are going to use this for our own purposes, and we're going to just completely, you know, if you think about it, it's so fun time to time, but without a full dynamic, it doesn't, yeah, it's, my major criticism of FOBs is that there is no balance. There is nothing even remotely close to a balance, to game balance in that mode.
Once you don't end up head first in the ocean. CP, this is Delta 6. Delta 6,
Yeah.
come in, Delta 6.
I think at one point I said that Konami was like Cypher, because what they did is they took FOBs, they took the vision of Kojima, they took his, you know, what he wanted for FOBs, and they turned it into just a cycle of war, destruction, and toxicity, and all it does is serve them, and it makes them money. Just like Cypher. Cypher created a cycle of war and destruction to keep the people controlled, to keep the world under their thumb. And they misinterpreted the will of the boss, like how Konami misinterpreted the will of Kojima. And yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to get too philosophical about it, but when you think about it, it's just insane.
This is Morpho, arriving shortly at LZ.
No! I wish I was dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It all makes sense now, yeah.
On station at LZ.
But at the end of the day, like, just all of the controversy surrounding 5 it just makes me so, like, exhausted. Which is just why I do legitimately love to play MGS5. I haven't really been able to play it much now because I don't have my PC. I play on PC and I don't have that right now. So I don't have all of my, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That it, you know, FOBs sort of contributed to the death of the game as a whole, in terms of, or in terms of like cutting stuff. I can understand that. I think that's a fair point. Yay, new suppressor. Yeah, I think that MGS5 could have legitimately been one of the greatest games ever made, but it did not happen, and now we're stuck with a ton of subpar remakes. FOB's after you played them for 300 hours just feels like no soul. Yeah. Here's the thing, the reason I love FOBs, and the reason that I fell in love with it, and the reason that to a degree I'm still kind of in love with them, is because of stealth missions in FOBs. I love that shit so much. It's like heroin for me. I love ghosting in FOBs. I love it so damn much. And PvP, I definitely found it fun, but the issue I had with PvP is the people that played it suck. They suck. They're terrible. They're not like in terms of their skill, but they're genuinely some of the worst people you can ever meet. I hate to say it, but it's so true. It's just everything's a competition. Everything you have to prove something. Everything is you know, I just hated interacting with that community so much because it just felt so. I just hated those people so much. Like, that's not right. Like, I don't hate anybody. I really don't. I don't have any enemies. The community is just so incredibly toxic that I could just not bring myself to interact with it for any longer. I just couldn't deal with it. It's fun when people are actually, like, playing it as the video game it's meant to be. Otherwise, people take it... Otherwise, people just get so toxic and so butthurt about everything that it just becomes AIDS and you don't want to do it anymore. And that's really how I felt about it, is I got to a point where, like, I just cannot bring myself to keep playing this because it's fun, but it's just so draining. And I didn't like the community behind it at all. And I tried to make things better. I really wanted to be a positive influence. And it got to a point where people just didn't care. People were just like, you know what, like, whatever, like, everybody was just set in their ways. And I was like, you know, like, I'm evidently not gonna change your mind. I'm not gonna tell you to stop. You know, like, I can't convince you to stop because, like, people are just genuinely awful. They say all kinds of nasty things, and it really just sucks because It felt like a chapter 3, but then the enemies gave up and then it turned to me going in alone to fight people. Still do that less, but yeah. Yeah, the PvP aspect really did fall off pretty hard after, like, 2017. I've only been playing FOBs. Yeah, people would just get so upset about stuff, and I tried so hard to just show people, like, guys, it's not that deep. And I mean, yeah, it's like when you're in a situation where you're...
Hands up.
Stay away.
When you're in a situation where you can have fun with it, oh, it's great. And I really wish I was around for those FOB wars. I really wish I was around for that, but it's also like, you know, there's... How's it going, Scare You? I do kind of wish I was around for that, but I don't know if it would have made a difference in terms of, like, people might have been acting that way, and I'm inclined to believe that people had always been acting that way with FOBs, you know? And it's unfortunate that that's the case, but, you know, it would have been nice to see it separate from all that toxicity. But again, like, I'm repeating myself, but like I said, it would have been nice to see and play FOBs without all of that BS going on, you know, without all the toxicity, without all of the, you know, victims and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, MGS2 is a great game, and yeah, for the, if I 100% of Ground Zeroes, no. I've not done it on here, I've not done it on PC, I've never done it. I've 100% of the Phantom Pain, which is really weird because you'd think that, like, it would be easier to do Ground Zeroes, but it's actually not, at least in my opinion, because I know to 100% Ground Zeroes, you have to do all of these, like, really weird, like, time trials and stuff like that, which I really don't want to do because it just sounds like... It honestly just sounds like rage bait in video game form because there's, you have to do things in a certain amount of time, and I don't like when I have time limits on stuff. I like to be able to just play the game, and, like, you know, if you want me to get no alerts, or if you want me to do this, that, or the other, that's fine, but don't force me to do some kind of, like, kill this many enemies in this kind of... Yeah, it's... I think there's like, you have to... Yeah, the thing that I like about MGS5 is the gameplay more than anything else. The story of Ground Zeroes is good, even though it's basically non-existent. The story of the Phantom Pain is ass. I really don't like the Phantom Pain that much for all of the new players. I know you won't, but I made fun memories. Yeah, I had my fun on PC with FOBs. And I hate to say this, but I've seen the PlayStation community, and that's not something that I really want to get myself involved with. I've seen how people act and the way they treat each other. I have played Peace Walker. I highly recommend that one. I really don't like what I see from the FOB community on PlayStation. I mean, it's not much better on PC, but the story of the Phantom Pain is ass in pretty much... Compared to, like, if you're looking at it in a vacuum, it's like, okay, it's alright, but if you're looking at it compared to the other Metal Gear games, it is genuinely, like, the worst in the entire series. Peace Walker is insanely underrated. Peace Walker is the most... one of, if not the most underrated Metal Gear games ever. I think it has... yeah, the story was really meh. The Phantom Pain is it has probably the best replayability out of any game in the series. I mean, I hate to say it, man, but what I'm saying is like I've not played FOBs on PlayStation, but I've seen enough from that community that I don't want to interact with it. And the reason I say that, and the reason that I don't go looking for people like this, the issue is those are the only people that play this game, is the people that really like it for all the, they stick around because they know that the only people that are going to stick around are the people that are really going to be really toxic about it, you know what I'm saying? And it's... yeah, FOBs are just horrible in their current state, and I've had enough experience on PC to the point where I don't want to get involved with that on PlayStation at all. I loved doing ghosting. I loved doing stealth runs on FOBs because I found that so incredibly fun. And I still do. Like, dude, if you were to give me my PC right now and tell me to ghost to level 78 base, I would jump on it so fast. But, the PvP is fun, but the balance is completely fucked. And the community is so incredibly toxic, it's just not worth my time at all. Skullface basically is... Skullface is just... he's a retcon. They added him into 3 for literally no reason. Like, he was never in 3. He's not in Delta. He's not in MGS 3 from 2004. He's not in any of... This is pissing me off. Why can I not broadcast this scene? Can we, like, fix that, maybe? Is there a way for me to do that? I really want to. It's not letting me broadcast the... Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's not letting me broadcast the screen during a blocked scene, which is fucking stupid. Like, what's the point of that? Let me see if I can change that. Screen and video. Captures and broadcast. Video quality. That's not it. Is there any way I can change that? Because that really bugs me. Why do they not let you do that? That really frustrates me. I don't like that at all. I'm just gonna fucking skip these cutscenes anyway. I don't even care. What are we talking about? We're talking about all kinds of things. Skullface is not in the secret theater. Skullface was not in anything except 5.
Your favorite song.
They basically shoehorned him into the story of 3, retroactively. He's a retcon. He never existed, but then they said that he did, and that he cleaned up after Snake in Operation Snake Eater, which never was a thing, ever. And, I mean, his entire character is just goofy because he basically comes out of nowhere and is like, I want to commit ethnic cleansing for no reason. Reread everything I said, then it'll make sense. All right. Skullface is basically the secret theater. So you're saying that he's the one who films the secret theater. I guess that's kind of funny. I like that. I like that interpretation. Too many incoherent inconsistencies. Yeah, I'd heard that portable not Peace Walker, Portable Ops is canon, but people don't like to consider it canon. Kojima basically said parts of it are canon, and it wasn't directed by him, but it's still considered canon. I didn't play it because I wasn't sure, and I was like, if I'm not sure, I don't want to play the game and waste my time. You know what I mean? I really wanted to get the fullest understanding of the story that I could, but I didn't want to, go off track or anything like that. So I wasn't sure. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to play it because I don't care that much. It's not that deep to me. And now I'm being told, oh yeah, it is canon, and now I'm like, okay, well now I feel a little dumb for not playing it, but if Sigint was Snake and Skullface was... I see what you mean. Swapping some characters around. Yeah, the Metal Gear lore is just so fucking ridiculous. Like, good lord, man. Portable Ops is so bad? Is it like, you mean it's like not fun, or... An adult Frank Yeager in Portable Ops, even though he's practically the same age as Solid Snake, I think. I have a friend who could go through and explain all of this way better than I could. But I don't think he's here right now. Usually he is in the chat, but I don't think he's here right now. It isn't fun. I played it on PSP. It's fun about 2 hours, and then it's just WTF. I never got into Portable Ops, so I really couldn't say. It's like if Ground Zero's map was the MGO version. Maps and Portable Ops don't feel natural. Oh, is this like a whole cutscene? I forgot about this. I have seen this before, but I haven't seen it in quite a while, so... It's kind of interesting that they start with Peace Walker, but I guess that does make sense. This is a retcon, because... Wait a minute, hold on, let me read this. Can we talk about how fucking cool it was? How Snake was basically like Che Guevara. Peace Walker is honestly so fucking good. I'm so angry that I can't play it right now. I really should have gone back to it because I played it once and I had a great time with it, but I have not really touched it since. Yeah, you have to do all of these, like, stupid, all these trial records for some reason, and I don't know. That's how you get the, 100% by completing all of those. I don't know if there's a specific... I think you just have to complete all of them. I don't think you have to, like, get them at a certain... you don't have to do them at a certain time or anything, but... I think that Peace Walker was honestly so fucking good in terms of its story because it took such a big influence from real world history, and it was very believable, and I really loved the kind of the ensemble cast, and you know, if I would want a Peace Walker remake in the Fox engine, directed by Kojima. Those are the only situations where I would want a Peace Walker remake. Because I think that Peace Walker is absolutely excellent. But at the same time, you know, this is the thing with remakes, is you remake a game and you risk, you know, hurting the integrity and the essence of the original game. So at the same time, I don't want a Peace Walker remake because I want people to experience that game for what it is and how awesome it is. Big Boss in MGS2 is like fucking insane. I haven't even tried that. I've gotten a Foxhound in Delta twice, which I definitely did not need to do, but I think for the night. Appreciate everybody stopping by, all the new viewers. If you liked what you saw, consider subscribing. I'm probably going to be doing this more often. It would be... I don't know how much more I'll do with Ground Zero. I mean, I want to play more of Metal Gear, obviously. I'm going to be streaming. The only question is if I want to do that with a keyboard and mouse or something like that. I might do a Delta stream, I might do... I don't know. I don't have any plans in terms of what I'm going to do next. I do this when I get bored, and I play whatever I think is fun. So, yeah. Like and subscribe if you want to see me do this again. Thanks for stopping by, everybody, and hopefully I will see familiar faces in the future.